my daughter, who's literally just at the end of her teens, has no children, nothing like that, is much more mature than Bayush, Aisha, Amenti, Afua, and Bayush's mother. My daughter, you know. So I'm not saying this just, I'm being real. Y'all need to grow. You can't force it, but just work on yourself. Anyway, so I see these posts, I get the screenshots, I send them to the police. I see that there's some people that are running up their mouth again on the post that I have to address here because y'all are just, you're ridiculous. So let's just start with Sarjo because you came first. Can't remember what she said, I don't care, but she had a lot to say and she was slating me. About 4 years into I Love My Room, I started to feel like I wanted to work behind the scenes. I set up a I Love My Room photo challenge. Very new at the time, massive challenge. Thousands of engagement, thousands of new followers. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. During that challenge, I met Sarjo online. She sells yoni eggs. She's apparently a fertility expert, but she has no children. I'm not being funny, but you cannot sell people products and say, use this product, use this item to have children if you can't show your evidence. You see what I'm telling you about a Vincent thing? Everybody wants to jump up. I'm a healer. I'm a this. Where's your evidence, bro? Where's your baby? Come on. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I hadn't got to that point yet. I didn't know this. I hadn't freed her yet in that way. But I would. I found her very engaging, very charismatic, very beautiful lady, great speaking for the camera. She was doing my challenge and I was reposting all of the content. I reached out to her, we started communicating. I said, you know, I'm looking for someone as a front person for I Love My Room. I think you do a good job. I've got an established brand and business. She just started something new. Or I don't know. I just found her. I don't know how long she was doing it. So she was really interested because she's that kind of person. She's always looking for an opportunity, which is the reason why she will exploit business areas that she has no business being in because she's just trying to make some money. Yeah, just trying to hustle. One day, this is very unusual. One day she came to my house. I wonder if I come forward, if it will lick out the ring light. So she came to my house and I said something to her because she was selling a product that was linked with a specific spiritual system and deities. And she was acting like she was deeply involved in that spiritual system and those deities. It was Oshun. She was selling Oshun this, Oshun that. And she was putting posts about Oshun and the Orisha and like, that was a major part of my world. So when she came to my house, I just showed her something. I goes, oh, there's my Orisha over there. There's my, yeah, seriously. This is at that time, you know. All right. This is about 6 years ago, 7 years, 6, 7 years. The girl was so nonchalant, disrespectful, didn't care. The way she behaved in my house was like a child with her energy. It was just so weird. And I realized you are a complete front. You're a farce. You are not. Whatever you're saying you are on Instagram, or you're not even spiritual. Like, you're just a good business person and there's nothing wrong with that. But why are you out here representing yourself like this and you've got Oshun products and you don't care about the Orisha? Like, no, that doesn't sit well with me. So I decided, no, actually, I'm not going to look for the front person. I always felt depressed if I Love My Room. Like, I want to keep going, but I need help. Do I have to do it? And it was like, yes, you do. And see there now, 9.5 years in, I'm so glad. I'm so thankful. I didn't let anybody front my project. I didn't give anyone the reins because had I done that, they would have destroyed it. The same way how they try and destroy me. So for about 2-3 years, I do the I Love My Room photo challenge. So what it is, say it's January. For each day of the month, I put a theme. Favorite ancestor, favorite everything, like favorite womb tea, favorite affirmation, you know, favorite singer, favorite book, favorite quote, favorite crystal, for everything. And then on each day, you post something that's related to that. And then I share it back. It was fun. So some time had passed. We've gone our separate ways. Another lady who's, anyway, gossip. So because she was a gossip, every time she came and said to me that someone was copying my work online, I would shoo her away. Seriously. So she'd be like, Lenea, these girls, they're so bad. Do you know who you are? These women are creating whole businesses over one thing you said online. You got a lot of duplicates online. And I'd just be like, just stop it. I didn't want to go into that. I never necessarily believed it. But I also felt like even if that was happening, I just didn't want to be involved. I just felt like it was mixed up. So for about 2 years, I am not acknowledging what she's saying. And then one day, I go on a lady's post and I see she's doing a womb challenge. I think, oh, this is interesting. Let me have a look. I click on the womb challenge. It's the same thing. It's the 31 days of the month. I said, oh, this is really interesting. Not really oblivious at the time. I look at the days, I look at the themes, and I immediately have to look up and say, whose challenge is this? Because this is my challenge. Now, I understand how social media is. You can see a pre-existing challenge, take it, crop out the top, put your logo on it, and flip it out. And people do that. But when I realized that it was Sarjo who had done it, after I had invited Sarjo to I Love My Womb, I think it was the 3rd or 4th I Love My Womb, possibly the 3rd, to come and give a free presentation to my community of women about her women wellness products and her yoni eggs. Again, just like with a mentee, I never charged her commission or anything. Sisterhood. The women took her information. Many of them bought yoni eggs. She never thought to say, here, Lenea, thanks, nothing. I won't take away from her. When she first reached out to me, she said she had a gift for me and she gave me a yoni egg. But I'm not into yoni eggs. I'm going to be honest. I'm not into it. I'm not. And it's not every pup you're finiam from, and it's not every trend. And I'm okay with the yoni egg thing. I'm all right. So I found them beautiful. Like maybe you could wear them in your bra, have them around the house, but I didn't feel a need to go into that trend because it clearly was one. Because, yeah. And I'm not against them. I'm not saying I would never use it in the future, but that's not where I'm vibing. Cool. So I invited her to come and do the presentation. She got clients from my business as a result of that. She came to my home. She was dismissive to the spirituality. She wasn't genuine, but she had access to me. We never fell out. So she decided that she wanted to do my photo challenge, but she wasn't going to ask me or acknowledge me, even though she knew me. Even though we'd had these experiences, she just went about her business, stole my work, rebranded it as her own work. Yes, Miss Sarjo, daughter of Ehwunah. And there's only one reason why I'm going to mention Ehwunah, because y'all are too much. You're bullies and you mess with the wrong person. You're bullies, all of you. All of you are bullies, but you can't bully me. I reached out to Sarjo and I said, what's going on? I sent her the screenshot. Why have you done this? I can't remember what she said, but the conversation done. I was like, you didn't even have to ask me permission. You could have just acknowledged and said, inspired by I Love My Womb or inspired by Lenea. You know exactly where it comes from. You did it with me 2 years in a row. Tomorrow I can share the post because I've still got all the posts. I got all my content, right? You did it and then you stole it and you did it with your audience knowing I wouldn't see it. You have people coming to tell me people are stealing your work, me not knowing it's you, Sarjo, that's been in my home. What do you not have any morals? Were you not raised with any principle? Do you not have integrity? Or are you just out here trying to exploit everyone in the name of business? When you have enough gifts, when you sit and cultivate said gifts, you don't have to steal people's work. You don't have to do it because you've got gifts inside of you to share. It's only people who aren't doing the work on themselves that have to go and let me steal this photo challenge, act like it's mine. No. So that's what happened with Sarjo. She didn't have no apologies or anything. What she did have was her mother. Sarjo is older than me. We met in a business context. I'm working in women's wellness. I'm a yogini. You're working in women's wellness. You're doing your yoga eggs. You didn't have no training for that. You just buy some eggs from Alibaba and go sell them to people. But okay. You steal my work. I reach out to you about it, Sarjo. Why is your mama contacting me, you bullies? Why is your mother? How dare you? You should be ashamed. How dare... My mother has never reached out to anyone professionally for me. And we have had many times when she could have. Why is your mother? You're a big woman in your 40s. You're older than me. Why is your mother reaching out to me? And the worst thing about her mum reaching out to me is she must have thought that I'd be impressed. Her mum is also a Cancer like my mum. Don't try me. Imagine, I spent 160 or 180 pounds with her mother. And I got a piece that I used to wear all the time. My old audience remember it. I designed it myself. I said, I want the butterfly. I want the cowrie shell. It was a few things that represented femininity and my ancestry. And it's like a hand bracelet. It's got a chain. The images are here in silver and then it goes around here. You know one of those? Me ordered the thing from EHWUHNAH. I went quay to Shepherd's Bush and I got this piece made and I went to collect it. And from the day I bought that item for £160 minimum, that thing wouldn't stop dropping off of my hand. I went back, she fixed it, because it broke. It literally broke. The chain that goes around the finger broke. I moved to Jamaica. Before I even move, it broke. I had to use a thread, a normal nylon thread, and sew it in. When I reached Jamaica, I met this jeweler from Canada. This lady makes jewelry that is like sound wave. So whatever the sound wave is of your name, she'll now put it in jewelry. Beautiful. So I said, oh, wow, I've got this piece. And I was showing it to her. She said to me, that thing isn't made properly. Who made that? And she explained to me, because of how heavy this bit is here with the silver work, there can't just be one chain here. There should be a loop in the silver body and the chain should run. There should be a separate hoop. Do you get what I'm saying? Then the chain, it will allow it to deal with what it was made for. EHWUHNAH sold me a product that wasn't fit for the purpose rendered, and I sold that 160 to 80 pound chain for £5 at the pawn shop, because I realized between her and her daughter, y'all ain't right, and I took the loss. I don't business. Money's energy has come back to me 100 times already. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. So that's dealing with that.
I feel this intense passion unfolding inside of me, reflecting the power of my fertility. Now he evokes this goddess of sensuality, this pharaoh who made pyramids just to please me. And in his eyes I see the wisdom of the ancients, his lips the fire of his true essence. He has a voice that can never be fully defined. The depth of our existence is too big for my mind. I see the beads of sweat dripping off his chest, and I nearly lose my breath with this sweet caress. Lightning, thunderstorms, earthquakes, and fierce heat roll together in this one moment of ecstasy. The sweetest rhythm as we create a double harmony. Vibrations of all cells in symphony. Tremors evoke from our throats these words unspoken. Ether circulates and flows from my head to my toes. I said, sweet kisses, you're sending sensations down my spine. barren of true creativity. Women and men abandoning their roles and responsibilities. Why you acting like a stranger? We're from the same family tree. You're constantly trying to define a new identity. I see our self-love replaced with this self-vanity of my beautiful heritage. Some want to make a mockery. They don't want me and he to trod as we. But we listen to the truth that strengthens unity. Yes, we represent the storms that will never conform. Our actions and our thoughts are universal laws. In these times, the ego needs to be ignored, because I deal with love, but ego deals with war. And I'm happy we receive what we were searching for however long we get the chance to enjoy the pure, unadulterated cosmic force. Why, yes, it's love. Sweet kisses, you're sending sensations down my spine. Hot kisses, you're sending me halfway out of my